With Israel and Iran's missile war entering its second week, many Iranians in this province are watching closely. Hessam Dehghani is the assistant professor of Persian language and culture at UBC. He joins us now. Hessam, how are you and your community handling the political turmoil back home?
Thanks for having me. Yes, to be honest, initially I didn't intend to participate in this interview with all the pressures, and I know as soon as we speak up, there's going to be pressure. But what changed my mind and made me want to share my voice, especially with Canadian citizens, was an experience I had this morning. I woke up and saw my Canadian dog and child smiling and peacefully going out about their day, despite the economic pressure that we all know exists. And I asked myself, what allows them to have this sense of peace and security? The quick answer that came to my mind was the rule of law that grants them the freedom and security to plan for their future, knowing that their rights and safety are protected by law. When you ask me how people feel, I think about how Iranians are currently deprived of that feeling because they are facing hostile actions from another power without any international oversight, without any end or light at the end of this tunnel.
Now, Hessam, earlier this week, U.S. President Donald Trump urged the immediate evacuation of Tehran. Is this a realistic instruction? Are people leaving the capital? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, again, displacement, just when I listen that it is evident that this narrative claiming to target only military or nuclear sites while supposedly warning civilians reflect an instrumental mindset that reduces human lives to mere numbers. This approach, which treats people as pawns to move from the north of Tehran to south of Tehran, that city like a metropolis like Tehran with its own infrastructure problems, ultimately reveals profound disregard for human dignity. The very notion that this is even framed as an act of self-defense falls apart under scrutiny. True self-defense would not involve displacing or endangering innocent civilian lives in another country. You know, this very question, I think, shows that the whole thing is talking points and propaganda.
Now, do you believe Iranians are saying this war might be an opportunity to overthrow the current regime? Do you believe that might be the case?
Yeah, so I understand that some individuals within the Iranian diaspora may harbor a belief that such an attack would potentially lead to the overthrow of the government in Iran. However, it is important to approach this perspective with caution and critically assess potential consequences of such actions. What I want to express is that those who hold this viewpoint seems to adopt the same instrumental perspective towards the people, almost as if the ultimate goal of toppling the government justify any necessary means. This is a country of 90 million people, you know, and just imagine if you now say nothing, it will in future will haunt you with, not least with the influx of refugees.
Thank you so much, Hessam. Hessam Dehghani is an assistant professor of Persian language and culture at UBC.